say the praise.
You start to sing.
Yeah, I'll be started.
Kind of hear about some praise. This is something right here. Michael?
So I'm back at this screen for the camera. I hit the transition button.
You have shot yet? Turn and face the east. We'll start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Daba'ah, Ratzayka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratiza, Kaiwa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Dunanaw, Hakam, Ka, Yawam, Waslat now, Kabawath now, Kasalat now, Kabawathi now, Wala'ah, Dabanayawah, Banasaya one, above, Abashai now, Ayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wala Allah, Ra the power, Lila Yum, Aman.
In English, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Malaki Allah? Wa'al Alahayim. Matazabah. Alawap Yahana.
Alawapyam.
Asaranyam.
Akazaranyam.
Hakwatazanyam.
Akwaliyanyam.
Hakakayanyam.
Akwaliyanyam.
Wahakwatnyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. The water. Amen.
In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And
Michael.
And the
angels.
Commanding
General Yahana. The
generals.
The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
The power. Yahweh Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Babakashah. The thunder now. Hakak. La Parah. Ka Maka'ala. Marawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. La Hakwakim. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakarawat. Hatamala. The Garashan. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. The water. Amen.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please. Give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Ayananya.
Al.
Al.
Yum.
Yum.
Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'ai. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayam. Wa'aratiza. Ayathan. Lamawat. Bagalka. Al. Yanawam. Shemarka. Hana'a. La'a. Hanawam. Wala'ah. Ya Yashan.
Ya Yashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalaka.
Tazalaka.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ash.
La'ash.
It's like it. La'a.
La'a.
Yaka.
Ya'aka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Bala. It's like it. Bala ya la.
Bala ya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal.
Makal.
Ra.
Ra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Ashnapashka.
Ashnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Waba'atka.
Waba'atka.
Ma'ata'a.
Ma'ata'a.
Wa'ai awonyam.
Wala'ai dawanyam. In English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord.
Which hath made heaven and earth.
Which hath made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shield upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Or the moon by night.
Or the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
and thy
out.
coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And forevermore.
And forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al. Damaya'ah.
Dayamaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Al. Dakarash.
Dakarash.
Wa'al.
Wala.
Dashakwat.
Dashakwat.
Al. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Ana.
Awaya. Bayaka.
Aya Bayakwa.
Hahamaya.
Amahaya.
Yawan.
Yawan.
It's like it. Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al. Imaka.
Imaka.
Ya'ara ya Yamwa.
Aya Yawamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Waya. It's like it. Wayata'a.
Wayata'a.
Ya'ita Zawa.
Ya'ita Zawa.
Al. Taza po. It's like it. Pawan.
Tazapayawan.
It's like it. Taza Pawanaka.
Tazapayawanyaka.
It's like it. Amara.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanaka. It's like it. Wanaka. Yadam.
Wanaka Yadam.
Magawaya.
Magawaya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazaka.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Aya.
Nawatazawa.
Nayatazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
It's like it. Barya.
Baya.
Yakawa.
Yakayawat.
Ahalya.
Ahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa. Yashama'ai.
Yashama'ai.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Mawa'aba.
Maya'aba.
Wagarayam.
Yagawayam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Ya'aimawan.
Wa'aimalakwa.
Ma'ainapakwan.
Palashat.
Palashat.
Ain. Yeshaba.
Yeshaba.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam. Ashawar.
Ashawar.
Nalawa'a.
Nalawa'a. Aiman.
Hayawa. Zara'ai. Labana. It's like it. Labanya. Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadiya. Kasaya. Sara'a. Kaya ba. It's like it. Kaya yan.
Kalayan.
Banakal. Kwayash.
Wan.
Nashem Adwa.
Nashem Adwa.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'amad. La'ad Dama'a.
La'ad Ma'ama.
Shayata Thamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nara.
Nara.
Yab.
Yad.
Mawa.
Mawad.
Kayarab.
Kayarab.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabat.
Wakataza'al.
Wazataza'al.
Mana'ai.
Mana'ai.
Kal.
Kal.
Nasaya Kamawa.
Nasa Kayawa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Naya Ra'ash.
Naya Arash.
Lanawa.
Nalawa.
Ah. Na'awawaks like it. Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayath. Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalka.
Gagalka.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapana what? Like it. Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Wako. Lawakwa.
Lavakwa.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Daba Ira.
Daba Ira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wa.
Wa.
Kalahaba.
Kalahaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Harayam.
Parayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradam. Like it. Daradama.
Daradamnya.
Basa Iraka.
Basa Iraka.
Wasa. Like it. Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapatka.
Wapatka.
Daba Alam.
Daba Alam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panya. Like it. Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Walawan.
Wala'am.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwashwa.
Bakashwa.
Shamka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yeshabwa.
Yashabwa.
Wala. Like it. Waya.
Waya.
Bahal. Like it. Ba'alawa.
Ba'alawa.
Idea
IDI.
Waya.
Waya.
Ka'a Hora.
Kaya Hara.
Waya.
Waya.
Abadawa.
Abadawa.
Waya.
Waya.
Da'aiwa.
Da'aiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
It's like it. Ata'a.
Ata'a.
Shamka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Ilawan.
Aliwam.
Al.
Al.
Ka.
Ka.
Harataza.
Aratiza. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
have
lifted up their head.
their heads.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gobel, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as unto Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and Zia. Yeah. All the princes of Zeba. And Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As The stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
Thy storm.
Fill thy faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be afraid.
Let them be afraid.
And confounded.
And confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name. Alone. Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Are the Most High.
Are the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth. All right, so you may be seated. It's the Sabbath service with 1 Kings chapter 22. Verse 43 to 50. Verse 43. Start at verse 43 down to 50. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We start off in the Hebrew, of course. Wayalam. It's like it. Wayalan. Bakal. Daran. Asa'a. Abawa. La'a. Sarah. Mama Nawa. La Aisha Wa. Hayasha'a. Ba'ai Yanat. Ba'ai Yana'at. Yahweh, verse 44. An. Haba Mawat. La'a. Sawawa. Iwad. Ha'am. Mazabaka Yam. Wama Pakwa Rawam. Baba Ma Wam. It's like here. Baba Mawat. Verse 45. Dawa Shalom. Waha. It's like here. Yaha Washa. Pat. At, it's like here. Ain. Mala, it's like here. Malan. Yasha, yes, like Yasha Allah. Wayathra. Dabar Ra. It's like it. Dabar Ra Ya. Yahweh Shaphat. Wagaba wa Rath wa Ashar Asha'a wa Ashar Nalakam Hala'a Ha'am Kathwab, it's like it, Kathwabium Al Sapar the bar Raya Hayamar Yum Lamala Kaya Yahada Yahweh the verse 47 Wayathar Hakwadash Shah, Nashai, Bayamar. It's like it. Maya. Asa'a. Abayawa. Ba'ai. It's like it. Ba'ar. Mana. Ha'aya. Taza. Verse 48. Wamalaka. Ayam. Ba'ada Wam. Nataza Ba. Malaka. Verse 49. Yahawasha Pat. Aisha. Aisha'a. Anaya Wath. Darasha Yash. Lala Kath. Awapa Yara'a. Laza'a. It's like it. Laza'a. Wala'a. Halak. Halaka. Halak. Kaya. Nasha Bara'a. It's like it. Nasha Baraha. Nasha Bara. Anaya Wath. Ba'ataza Yab One. Gabar, verse 15. It's like it, verse 50. Azah. Amar. Akaza Yahawa. Ban. Akad Ab. Al. Yahweh Pat. Yalak Kawa. Ibadia. It's like Ain. Abadar Wak. Ka'ana Yawath. Wala'a. Abaha. Waha. It's like it. Yahweh Shapat.
In the English, this is 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 43 to 50. When he walked in all the ways of Asa, his father, he turned not aside from it, doing that which was right in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, the high places were not taken away, for the people offered and burned incense yet in the high places. Verse 44. And Jehoshaphat made peace with the king of Israel. Verse 45. Nor the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat and his might that he showed, and how he warred, and are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Judah? Verse 46. And the remnant of the Sodomites, which remained in the days of his father Esau, he took out of the land. Verse 47. There was then no king in Edom, a deputy was king. Verse 48. And Jehoshaphat made ships of Tarshish to go up to Ophir for gold, for there were not, for the ships were broken at Ezion Geber. Verse 49. Then said Ahaziah, the son of Ahab, unto Jehoshaphat, let my servant go with thy servants in the ships. But Jehoshaphat would not. Verse 50. And Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David, his father, and Jehoram his son reigned in his stead.
you want to use for the background to that?
It talks about all these kings that were from all the way coming up after David, all these kings, that were over Israel. They all, went against the laws of God and did what they like and serve idols. So this is another one of the kings, Jehoshaphat, who did the same thing. They'll be picking it up when he took over, when Ahab died.
Yeah. It talks about essentially in this particular part how how he displayed, they were basically honoring him, for how for his part that took place, during the battle, of course, though. And he wasn't being, scared, nonetheless, though. And of course, they're at this point, it created a vacancy, of course, and the story of this battle, is something to be told, something, for others to recall and remember, of course. It's like you read verse 43.
Verse 42. Jehoshaphat was 30 and 5 years when he began to reign. And he reigned 20 years and 5 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Isupk, daughter of Syracuse. Verse 43. And he walked in all the ways of Asa, his father. He turned not aside from it, doing that which was right in the eyes of the Lord.
Now, this right here is something significant, right? Because, what he did was he followed, as his forefathers, or in this case, as his father taught him, though. And that was, righteous in the eyes of the Most High. Like, so often now, even like when you look at us today, of course, though, we are not following after the footsteps of our forefathers, We'll talk about, how my grandfather or my grandmother, was in the church, though, but that's not what their fathers did. That's not what those that was before them did, of course, though. We have turned away, we have put aside, the righteous, order and structure of the Most High. But this isn't what he did, of course, though. He steadfast, to the teachings that was passed down to him. Go ahead.
It was middle of 43. Nevertheless, the high places were not taken away, for the people offered and burned incense yet in the high places. Verse 44. And Jehoshaphat made peace with the king of Israel. Verse 45. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat and his might that he shewed, and how he warred, and are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah?
Right. So they were basically just, they were marking down exactly, the battle, that had occurred, of course, though. And this is the record of what, Jehoshaphat, had done. Keep going.
Verse 46. And the remnant of the Sodomites, which remained in the days of his father Esau, he took out of the land.
So all those, that was being wicked, of course, though. It said, and the remnant of the Sodomites. What's one of the things, what is a Sodomite? Does anybody know what a Sodomite is? In the scriptures, it said that there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomite of the sons of Israel. Right? It's referring to, same-sex relations, referring to, man sleeping with man, of course, though. What did it say here in the scripture?
And the remnant of the Sodomites.
And the what?
And the remnant of the Sodomites.
Right.
Which remain. In the days of his father Esau, he took out of the land.
He kept.
He took out of the land.
He gave them their own space.
He took out of the land.
He removed them, out of the land. Now, how he removed them, of course, we're not going to, necessarily jump into that too much, though, but he's saying that what he did was he followed after the righteous teaching of his father, of course, right? And then the remnants, you know, of all the wicked that was going on, of course, though, he removed it. He set it apart. Well, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, we have to do the same thing. We have to be set apart, you know, from the wickedness, you know what I'm saying, of the society in which that we live in, of course, though. We have to, look, I can't do what my grandmother did. Why? Because she was wrong. Can't do what my grandfather did. Why? Because he was wrong. You understand? What our forefathers had did before them is they kept the Sabbath, of course. They followed the law, statute, commandments, though. We did those things. I'm saying, what happened? Were we not delivered? Were we not set free? Were our oppressors, you know what I'm saying, not made, you know what I'm saying, to bow down before us, of course, though? When we left Egypt, what happened? The earth, you know what I'm saying, swallowed the armies of Pharaoh, did it not? So we know about all the victories, you know what I'm saying, that have occurred throughout the Bible, of course, though, but nonetheless, though, we still what? We don't believe the God of Israel. We don't believe, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High is going to, you know, set us free. We believe that it's the American dream that's going to put us where we need to be. We believe that we have one life to live, of course, though. YOLO. That's it. One life to live. And that's far beyond it. That is not the case. Our sons and our daughters, you know what I'm saying, in the future generations will be destroyed and they'll be turned into sodomites. If we what? If we continue to walk in the ways not of our father, but in the ways, you know what I'm saying, of those, you know what I'm saying, that were wicked and that rule the kingdom now. We need to be separate. We need to be different. We need to be put apart, you know what I'm saying, as the Most High said. It said that what? They were put away. They were put apart out of the land. Keep reading.
Verse 47. There was there no king in Edom. A deputy was king.
Right. There was no ruler, you know what I'm saying, in Edom. So guess what? Because there was that vacancy that was there, of course, though someone what? Was appointed to be what? The king. To rule. To guide the people. Keep going.
Verse 49. Then said Ahaziah, the son of Ahab, unto Jehoshaphat, let my servants go with thee, with thy servants in the ships. But Jehoshaphat would not.
Right. So, we're going to pick this up, you know what I'm saying, next week, you know what I'm saying, at verse 51, of course, though, and get further into why, you know what I'm saying, this was the case, and what was really going on here. All right? Verse 50, right?
Verse 50.
Go ahead.
And Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David, his father, and Jehoram, his son, reigned in his stead.
Right. So Jehoshaphat, what happened to Jehoshaphat?
Put to death.
He was what?
Put to death.
He was what?
Put to death.
All right. No matter what status you have, no matter what position you have, you know what I'm saying, you do something against the Most High. You break these laws that the Most High have set up and put in place, though. You interfere with the order and structure that the Most High has. There is a fate that awaits you, of course, though. When it comes down to the law, of course, though, you know what I'm saying, sex is marriage, right? Talks about abortions, you know what I'm saying, is that something that's lawful? When a man, you know what I'm saying, lusts after another woman's wife, is that something lawful? What fate awaits you? Right. Same as, you know what I'm saying, Jehoshaphat, right? All right. You had to do the prayer?
We want to touch on the sodomite.
So the wickedness that was going on, you know what I'm saying, even now, you know what I'm saying, as we see in our society, right? Buffalo, New York, last month, what did they have? Protests, marches. They have an annual march that goes throughout the city, of course, of Buffalo. It's like, is it Buffalo or is it Rochester? It could be both, you know what I'm saying? But I'm positive it's Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? So they go out and they march the city of Buffalo. You know what the population is in the city of Buffalo? Like at least 300,000. So they had crowds, you know what I'm saying, of people going out in the middle of a pandemic because what? They wanted to have their gay rights. They wanted to have their equality, of course, though. The city didn't put it on, of course, though. These were just people from the streets, of course, that came together, you know what I'm saying, and they did what? They got out and said, we're going to take a stance and we're going to speak out against the companies and corporations that are using us to make an extra dollar. You got companies out here that says, hey, listen, I support, gay rights. I support, your right to choose or do whatever you want or please, of course, though. That's what they're doing, of course. And the Sodomites are not happy. They say we won't have it, of course. They say, that even if they were to do the gay parade, like that's what it is. It's a gay parade that they put on, of course. Even if they were to do the gay parade next year, though, they don't think that they would necessarily join it. They would still do their own thing. Which shows you what? There's an alternative agenda to what? To get power, to get rulership, to lead, the people, astray, of course. So what was done here? When you saw, that the people were what? The Sodomites, they were put off, put away. The same thing that happened with Sodom and Gomorrah, right? What happened? The Lord did what?
Destroyed them.
Why? Why were they destroyed? Because there was righteous people in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But what happened? The Lord sent his angels. The Lord sent his angels, to visit the city. And guess what? They found Lot. They came upon Lot, of course, though. And here's the thing about it, though. Lot's wife, who was also what?
A righteous woman.
What happened to her in the end?
She didn't make it.
She didn't make it, right? So even if listen, I'm not going to slag you, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. But whether she was a righteous woman or not, I can't say I don't know much. Pertaining, Lot's rib, the one that was turned into a pillar of salt. But
she wasn't righteous.
She wasn't righteous, right?
Yeah.
So being that she even wasn't righteous, she still would have what? Had the benefit and protection of following after her husband.
She wasn't righteous.
God. She would have had the protection, of course, if she would have followed orders of her husband, right? Of her Lord, her Ottawa. You know what I'm saying? Which came from the Most High. Don't turn back, don't look back. Well, we tell our people, not to turn back, not to look back, not to do, as what? The wicked, within the city. Has she followed orders? Has she did as she was told? Even if she was being wicked, she may have what? Escaped that judgment, that fate. She would have turned into a pillar of salt. Why? Because she would have been focused on what her husband was telling her. Today, our brothers and sisters, are dying and suffering. Why? Because they're not focused on who they should be following. They're not following after the Most High. They're not doing, unto, the Most High as he wishes and desires. They're doing everything but that. They're giving into that what? Vain lust, that vain flesh, temporary pleasure. You can't call, what do they call them now? They say it's not natural, to call a woman, that's not natural. The cisgender has taken over the definition of a woman, of females.
They don't want you to call a woman a natural woman.
Right.
Because they're saying they're natural women as well.
Which is so wrong. And so ungodly, of course, though. You understand? And that's the reason why, what was done here. Hey, listen, whatever they get it separated. It's canceled. You have to separate. You have to remove it, of course, though. Because if you leave anything there, and that's what happened, with Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? The remnants, of what was going on in that city, it's one of two things. Scripture says you can't serve two masters. So she is going to follow after her husband, which is following after the Most High. Or what? She was going to be judged. And what happened? She was turned into a pillar of salt. Well, the same thing's happening right here. You can't ask, to be, to do as you please, of course, and also serve the Most High. sloggy. When I say that, I mean like you can't go out here and be a whore. You can't go out here and be a drug dealer. You can't go out here and be a prostitute. You can't go out here and be a pimp. You can't go out here, and rob and steal and murder your brother. You can't go out here and just do all types of wickedness and still expect to serve the Most High. You have to create a separation, which it says right here. And we see it all throughout the scriptures, of course. In Chronicles, what it says, who shall inherit the kingdom? It said what? Not fornicator, right? It said idolaters. It says that they won't inherit the kingdom, nor sodomite, effeminate, right? And that's all we see, of course, though, is that what? We have society that's being erected, of course, though, that's being led by the unrighteous. And that's according to the scriptures. The unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom. We want to end the pain and sufferings of our brothers. We want to end the pain and suffering of our sisters. How do we stop AIDS? The CDC got this statistics, about who's the most, when it comes down to AIDS, HIV, they put the statistics out there. But you know the sad part about it is, people who have alternative agendas, right? They'll say it's okay to have sex with a woman when she's on her cycle. Wait, isn't the purpose of her cycle, to allow to clean the vagina, to clean her box, right? That's the purpose of it. The blood is, taking away that lining, that it's a layer, it's required. You gotta have at least 4 cycles a year. That's what they want, at least. So what? I should go stick my rod, in that during the time period. Now your blood is upon me. Well, scripture says, for us not to do that. It tells us not to do that. Why? Because that blood, is cleansing the woman. Right? It's removing. Go ahead, sir.
So, like, when you're talking about the vagina cleaning itself, right?
Okay.
And then, because at first you're talking about the sodomites, it's so foul how the sodomites have sexual intercourse.
Okay.
Because the rectum doesn't clean itself how a vagina cleans itself. Just the natural setup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's so many toxins. That's why one of the reasons why HIV is higher in the gay community is because, you know what I'm saying, the toxicity, but people love that word, of the way they have sexual intercourse. You know what I'm saying? They're literally having sex with feces. You know what I'm saying? So just like you're saying, the Most High set it up perfectly. We're talking about what the Lord told us not to do because the woman is on her cycle, because it's a cleaning process. But He set up a woman to where her body cleans out naturally.
Right.
Her womb cleans out naturally. So for a sodomite is with a man, it's no positive nowhere at all that you can find it.
So like it mentioned that there's a medical issue that arises, from, basically, what happens is that it's something called Sid Diff, if I'm correct. They will quarantine you. Like, they literally quarantine you in the hospital if you have Sid Diff. And that's basically, feces, consumption of feces, more or less, stuff. So you want to go out here and do all this, extra stuff, of course, though. Meanwhile, the doctors are like, yo, we got to separate, because you can get sick and die. You can, contaminate all types of people. Like, it's just awful, the type of things that people do, of course, though, and not realize, the risk that also is associated with so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have to create a separation from the wickedness of this society. We should not let our children pass through the fire. what I'm saying? Like, you know, when it comes down to celebrating birthdays and, you know, Halloween and, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving, we are allowing our children to pass through the fire. When we allow them, you know what I'm saying, to follow other doctrines, we are allowing our children to pass through the fire. Because they'll get molested. They'll, you know what I'm saying, you know, be raped. They'll, you know what I'm saying, you know, have to suffer through some type of abuse that will destroy them later on. And that's why what happened here, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read verse 46, all right?
1 Kings chapter 22, verse 46. And the remnant of the Sodomites, which remained in the days of his father Esau, he took out of the land.
And the remnant, you know what I'm saying, which remained, whatever was left, he removed it. He got rid of it. Can't stay here. You understand? Can't stay here. And of course, you know what I'm saying, Sodom and Gomorrah, you know what I'm saying, was burnt up and destroyed by the Most High. It was removed from the earth. You understand? So if that's what the Most High, that you say that you love the Most High, you say that you're a Christian, right? Which says that you're following after Christ. If you follow after Christ, you know what I'm saying, which is here to do the work of his Father, what does that mean, you know what I'm saying, when it comes out? Like, can you do the work of, you can't serve two masters. You can't do the work, you know what I'm saying, of the Most High if you're promoting, you know what I'm saying, do as you please. If you can't do the work of the Most High, if you're saying join the other nations. Christ came out and taught, you know what I'm saying, us to be what? Quadash, holy, to be separate. How so? The woman, you know what I'm saying, who was accused of being a whore, what she told her to do? Don't do it no more. He removed those that were doing sin. Right? He made a separation. Hey, listen. He without sin, or whoever without sin, cast the first stone. What did he do? He wisely removed what would have been her destruction. And he did it so wisely. The significance, right? Same thing right here. What did he do? He removed the wickedness, you know what I'm saying, from the land. Because if you let it stay, death and destruction is going to befall. Just like the woman, you know what I'm saying, who was going to be put to death, stoned to death, you know what I'm saying, by the mob. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah that was burned up, you know what I'm saying, from all the wickedness that they were doing. Now, you know what I'm saying, the president, or former president, you know what I'm saying, was promoting homosexuality within the black community. Studies have shown what? That we are happier? Define happier. We're less, we're docile, right? We're not aggressive, right? They're using these terms, of course, you know what I'm saying, to what? To work in their favor. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, we got one job to do, of course, though, and that's to follow after the Most High. Do the will of our Father. Not to do the will, you know what I'm saying, of your boss. When you go to your job, do your job. But guess what? There's nothing, you know what I'm saying, that you can do at your job, you know what I'm saying, that should go against the scriptures. Your backing, your support, if there are such things as this Bible, have them, you know what I'm saying, try to tell you in the court that you're wrong, you know what I'm saying, for following your religious belief. That you're wrong. What? But you know what? You got to be all the way in. You can't have like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You can't be in between, you know, trying to say, well, you know, I'm going to do it today, but tomorrow, man, I'm going to get right, you know what I'm saying, but I got this one job, you know, I'm going to strip club tonight, of course, though, and make this money because I got to pay for my tuition. It doesn't work like that. You understand? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, we got to stick to these scriptures, of course, though. Learn our language, of course, though. Speak the Hebrew. greet one another, you know what I'm saying, have conversations in the Hebrew. You understand? With that, we'll go ahead and get to the prayers. Elijah?
Start with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Ayah.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah. Ratzayaka. Ayah. Aisha.
Baratiza.
Kawa.
Ayah. Bashemaya.
Tandanaw.
Lakam. Yawam. Wasalakinawa. Kabawakinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Wala'ah.
Tayabayanawa. Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Malakwa. Wala'ala. Latapara. Lalawanyam.
Amen. In English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai. Why Makayala.
Why Malakiala.
Why Lahapiyam.
Why Halahapiam.
Matazabaya. Halawapyahana. Halawapyam. Asasaranyam. Akwasatayanyam. Akwaliyanyam. Wahakatayam. Yahweh. Bahashim.
Yahushua.
Tawada.
Amen. In English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. The manager and honor. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. And then Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
We'll do Haka Power. Yahweh. Bashim. Yahushua. Babakisha. Natandanaw.
Haka.
Lapa. Kalmakala. Wakal Marawa. Haka. Lataha. Amatazarium. Haka. Lahakium. Lamathium. Haka. Arakawat. Atamala. Lagawashan. Bashim.
Yahushua.
Tawada.
Amen. In the English. Yahweh. And then Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirit. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalm 121. Asha. Ayayan. Al. Aharam. Mahayan. Yaba. Isaiah. Mayam. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Waharatiza. Aliyatan. Lamawat. Ragala.
Al.
Yanawan. Shemanka. Ana. Laha. Yanawam. Wala. Yayashan. Shamawa. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tazaka. Eliad. Yamayanka. Yamayamwan. Hashamash. Laha. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayaya. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makal.
Makal.
Right.
Right.
Yashma.
Yashma.
Atamashapaka.
Atamashaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shema Shema.
Shema Shema.
Tazayaka.
Tazayaka.
Wabawaka.
Wabawaka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wae.
Wae.
Ailalam.
Ailalam.
In English.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the
Which
Lord.
made heaven and earth.
What made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He will not keep it.
will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold,
behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber
shall not slumber
nor sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is the shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The sun
hand.
shall not smite thee by day,
The Lord shall not smite
nor
thee
the
by
moon
day,
by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forth
and even
and even
forevermore.
forevermore. This is Psalm 83. Alayoyom,
Ayayam,
Aldamaka,
Adamaka,
Laka,
Laka,
Al, Takarash,
Tikarash,
Wala,
Wala'a,
Tashakwat,
Tashquat,
Al, Kayahana,
Kayhanana,
Iwa, Ibaka,
Abaka,
Yama,
Yama'a,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Rash,
Ra'ash,
Imaka,
Amaka,
Yaira Yama,
Ya'ara,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Yaitazawa,
Ya'tazawa,
Aitazawan Yapa,
Aitazawa, Panyaka,
Ayarara,
Ivora,
Lakawa,
Makawa,
Wanakayadam,
Wakaya the Dam,
Magayawa,
Magayawa,
Wala,
Wala,
Yazaka,
Yazaka,
Sham,
Sham,
Yashala,
Yashal,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Tazawa, Laba,
Naba,
Yakadawa,
Yakarawa,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Barayat,
Baraya,
Yakarawat,
Yakara,
Alayaya,
Ayaya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashmai,
Wayashma,
Ayayam,
Ayayam,
Mawaba,
Mababa,
Wagarayam,
Wagarayam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wayamam,
Wayamam,
Wayalak,
Wayala,
Alashak,
Alasha,
Amyashabaya,
Amyashabaya,
Tazawa,
Tazawa,
Gama Shawa,
Gamashawa,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Ayman,
Aman,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zawayawai,
Zawayawa,
Labanyaya,
Labaniya,
Lawawat,
Layawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Latham,
Latham,
Kamadayan,
Kurudayan,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarai,
Sarah,
Kayabayan,
Kayabayan,
Banakol,
Banakwa,
Kwashawan,
Kwashawan,
Nasha Madwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayan,
Baya,
Daira,
Daira,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La Adama,
Shema Tamwa,
Shemata Mawa,
Nadawa,
Nadawa,
Yaban Mawa,
Yaban Madawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wazabaka,
Wazabaka,
Wazabak,
Wazabat,
Wakazazal,
Wakazazal,
Manayai,
Manai,
Kal,
Kal,
Nasa Kanwa,
Lasha Kawa,
Asha,
Asha,
Amara,
Amawa,
Nairasha,
Nayawasha,
Lalanawa,
Lananawa, Af,
Natawa,
Natawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shamata Tamawa,
Shematamawa,
Galawa,
Gagalawa,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
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 Lapanya Waka,
Karash,
Karash,
Tayarira,
Tairara,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wa, Kwalaba,
Kwanaba,
Talahat,
Talaha,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Kla,
Taradema,
Tawadama,
by Saraka,
by Saraka,
Wasa,
Wasa,
Wapatka,
Wapatka,
Tabahawalam, Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panaham,
Panaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwashua,
Bakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashawa,
Yabashua,
Waya,
Waya,
Balawa,
Balawa,
Idaya,
Adaya,
Idawaya,
Awaya,
Karapawa,
Karopawa,
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Babwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Dayawa,
Daiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labatka,
Labatka,
Ilawan,
Ilawan,
Ilaka,
Ilaka,
Aratiza.
Aratiza. In English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let us cut them
from
off
being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel
may be of no more in
there
remembrance.
shall be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted
They
together
have consulted together
with one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against
the
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacles of
and
Edom,
the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the
and
Hagarites,
the Hagarites,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Ammon,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also
Also
is joined with them.
join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Selah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as into Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as into Japan.
at the book of Kishon,
The book of Isupk,
which pierce at Endor.
perish at Endor.
They become as dung for the earth.
Become as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Horeb,
and like Zeeb.
and like Zia.
Yea,
Yeah,
all their princes,
all like princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
and as Zamuna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take ourselves
let's take to ourselves
the house of
the
God
houses of God
in possession.
in possession,
O my Yahweh,
owned by Yahweh.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute
with thy
them
tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them
and
afraid
make them
with
afraid
thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be
and
confounded
troubled
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yeah,
let them put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
know him alone,
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
and the Most High
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
Shalom.
To give one courtesy to the teacher, men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahba Shemia Shabrakata.
Yahba Shem Yashab Rakatah.
Men of Israel will give one courtesy to the sisters. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahshua Lata Bashim Yasha. Yashumata, class dismissed.